Conducting is a taskmaster, as is composing. I was very fortunate to have studied when I was very young with a man named Fritz Zweig, who had been a protege of Richard Strauss and Furtwängler. So I received some early training that was irreplaceable. I learned the German conducting tradition almost from the horse's mouth, so to speak. Zweig also goes back in his lineage through Humperdinck and back to Beethoven, so that when I studied the Beethoven symphonies with him, for example, I was the recipient of a couple of 100 years of oral tradition that I don't think I could have gotten otherwise. So he was a tremendous influence, both technique, obviously, just like a composer, a conductor has to learn technique, but then you have to be able to look at a score and understand what's going on, to be able to discern the music behind the notes. So I had excellent teachers. I had Mr. Zweig. I then, when I went to Italy to do my master's at the Conservatory in Rome, I was able to study with a gentleman named Walter Cataldi Tassoni, who had studied with Toscanini. So I learned the Italian opera tradition, again, almost from the horse's mouth, and had that side of it. So I think a good teacher, obviously, is key, but then access to an orchestra for practice is essential. You can know all the technique, you can know all the music. If you can't communicate it to an orchestra, it's not going to make much difference. And if you can't find a rapport with the orchestra, it's not going to help you. They're people, they have feelings, they have good days, they have bad days. They're looking to the conductor for guidance, for help. And it's best to remember that very, very delicate balance of a relationship. Richard Strauss looked at it actually in kind of a funny way, a bit more of a hands-off way, if you will. He was talking to a young conducting student, and he said, when you enter the hall, walk very quietly to the podium, conduct the piece in a very quiet fashion. Be careful not to disturb the musicians. They have important work to do. So that's pretty much it in a nutshell. Go up there, give them direction, but don't mess with the work that they have to do.